Good morning. The bride and groom will be entering together with their bridal party very shortly, and I ask you all to turn your phones onto silent, please. In respect to the couple's wishes, which includes no taking of photos or posting photos on social media, if I can have your attention, please, when the ceremony commences. Good morning to you all. I would like to welcome everyone on this gorgeous day here at the Botanical Gardens to witness the union of James and Toula in marriage. My name is Karin Febey, an authorised marriage celebrant, and I have great pleasure being here today to solemnise their marriage. You have come here to share this formal commitment they make to one another, to offer your love and support to this union, and to allow James and Toula to start their married life together, surrounded by the people most important to them. Toula and her offspring have travelled from Greece just 3 days ago, and for her this union is not only with her childhood sweetheart, but also a union with her new family living here in Australia. James wishes to acknowledge his sister Nikita, who has travelled from Queensland, and of course his offspring Nicholas and Olivia, along with their children who have made the trip from Western Australia to be a part of this very special event for their father and new stepmother Toula. Nikki will also kindly interpret the legal vows for Toula, and that Toula has this ceremony written in Greek language, so she's read what we are saying today and very happy with the ceremony wording. James and Toula, thank you for your presence, and now ask for your blessing, encouragement and lifelong support in their married life together. I ask each of you, have you come here today, freely and without reservation, to enter into this marriage?
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to love, respect, assist and look after each other for the rest of your lives? Thank you. Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventures of human relationships. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only you can do that through love and patience, through dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, believing in each other, through tenderness and laughter, learning to forgive, and by making the important things matter. This ceremony today will witness and affirm the choice you make to stand together as life mates and partners. James and Toula have already known each other, have already had a love before, as were high school sweethearts growing up in Greece. Their time was magic. James had stated, swimming off the islands, boating and fishing, trekking the mountains, and just generally loving the Greek lifestyle. This all changed when James and his family decided to migrate to Australia, and for better opportunities there. They continued to correspond to one another, but distance meant that their relationship wouldn't survive. And hence, as time went by, they each found new partners and went on to marry and have their respective families. Perhaps it was fate that finally brought them together again, because their marriages ended in very different circumstances. And through Facebook, they reconnected as both single now and knew of their love all that time ago in Greece. So James then travelled to Greece and met up with Toula and became acquainted with her and her family, and their second courtship began. Love, of course, was the winner here. Their family has extended now, as they each have 2 children from their first marriage, and between them 8 grandchildren. So Toula's here on holiday and will get to see her new country for the first time, as she plans to return as soon as her affairs have been finalised in Greece. And she's going to take up her citizenship and that of her children as Australians and commence her married life in Australia. Both James and Toula have asked Nikita to perform a reading entitled An Uncommon Love by Tira Cox. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. Would you like to read the one to Toula?
I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life.
Thank you, Nikita. James and Toula, I am now going to ask you to promise your vows to one another. Whilst these reflect the love and commitment you have for each other, they are a promise for your future married life together. Interpreter, would you like to come forward? I call upon the persons here present.
Call upon the persons here present.
Call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present.
To witness that I, for Toula,
To witness that I, for Toula,
Christa, Christakos,
To witness that I, Toula, Christakos.
to witness that I, for Toula, Christakos,
take thee, James Stephen Peters,
take thee, James Stephen Peters,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
To take the James Stephen Peters to be my lawful wedded husband. To be my lawful wedded husband.
To take thee, James Stephen Peters, to be my lawful wedded husband.
Jim. Call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, James Stephen Peters,
to witness that I, James Stevens Peters,
take thee, for Toula, Christa,
to take thee,
for Toula,
Toula, Christa,
Christakos,
Christakov,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Call upon the persons here
I
present
call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, James Stephen Peters,
to witness that I, James Stephen Peters,
take thee,
take thee,
for Toula,
for Toula,
Christa, Christakos,
Christakos,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Thank you. Wedding rings are a physical symbol of your commitment. They are an outward sign of marriage and say to the world, I have found my love and chosen my life mate. I am proud to be married and I now invite you to exchange rings. James, would you please take the ring and place it on Toula's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love to you.
I give you this ring as a symbol of love to you.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love to you.
Toula, would you like to take this ring? Thank you. Wonderful. It is now my greatest of pleasures to announce you to be husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take a moment now to sign the register and certificates. I invite John and Nikita to please come forward and join us at the signing table. May you please remain seated and we will quickly return to the ceremony. Would you like to come forward, please? Thank you. Thank you. Will you please come back up to me? Friends and family, now that all the legalities are complete, it is my great honour to present to you for the very first time the married couple. Please take your certificate of marriage. As a tradition, James and Toula will now walk down the aisle followed by the bridal party. You are encouraged to shower them with the natural confetti you all have. I invite you to follow them to congratulate the happy couple. Guests are then invited to proceed to the reception area at the Gardens restaurant whilst family photos are taken. James and Toula, I wish you all the very best for your marriage and that you enjoy today and remember forever the vows you have made to one another. Congratulations.